Hello YouTube, you have reached MTGNostalgia, the channel where we open magic stuff. Today we're not going to be opening a booster, but this box set of From the Vault lore. This came out just recently and it features 15 cards and 1 token that depict crucial points from Magic's in-game story. So the box has these magnetic flaps. You can have a look at these cards. It looks actually quite nice because there's also some foiling on the outside. There's also a magnetic flap here. No, I can read you what it says here. Unearth the power of the past. Delve deeper into the events that shape the multiverse, and show your opponents that those who don't learn from history are doomed to repeat it. This limited edition set includes cards from throughout Magic history that are renowned for both their power and the stories behind them. Surprise your foes with blasts from the past they'll have to see to believe. Wow. Gonna opening this here. You can see that there's a die in this, a spin down life counter as they call it. I think the numbers are a bit different. It's black and blue, and this sort of tower scroll is the set symbol. Yeah. There's also this thing here. That tells you all about the lore of the cards. The other sets that have come out before, the other From the Vault sets, some of them have some cards that are much more valuable. In this set there are 2 cards that are quite valuable and the others are so-so. But we're gonna look at the cards now. There are 3 packs of them here. Ooh. Oh, can you see that? The foiling process in the From the Vault sets has often been criticized, and you can see that this is, yeah, the cards come pre-bent. Look at them now. This is Mind's Desire. Shuffle your library, then exile the top card of your library. Until end of turn you may play that card without paying its mana cost. And then it also has Storm, so you can copy it for each spell you cast before it in this turn. And yeah, they're pretty out of shape, these cards already. Momia Vig, Simic Visionary. It's a green and blue 5-drop 2/2 legendary creature, elf wizard. Whenever you cast a green creature spell, you may search your library for a creature card and reveal it. If you do, shuffle your library and then put that card on top of it. Whenever you cast a blue creature spell, reveal the top card of your library. If it's a creature card, put that card into your hand. Okay. Near-death experience. At the beginning of your upkeep, if you have exactly 1 life, you win the game. So I think that's Gideon in here. Obliterate, can't be countered, destroy all artifacts, creatures and lands, and they can't be regenerated. We call that Bury during 3rd edition. For his family, Baron made a funeral pyre of Tolaria. I'm not sure which set this is from. Phyrexian Processor. It's an artifact for 4. As Phyrexian Processor enters the battlefield, pay any amount of life. And for 4 and tap, put an XX black minion creature token onto the battlefield, where X is the life pay as Phyrexian Processor entered the battlefield. I've been out of the loop of Magic for a while, so I don't have any of these cards because they are all from, I think, from the modern era. And I think the last packs I bought before I re-entered the game with Shadows over Innistrad were from, I think, Urza's Saga. Umezawa's Jitte is from the Betrayers of Kamigawa. Actually, Umezawa is a clan in Kamigawa, and The first Umezawa in the game was actually in the Legends expansion, Tetsuo Umezawa. And jite is a word that a lot of people discuss about how to pronounce it. It's actually a real Japanese word. It's this sort of dagger here. And this just might make it into my commander deck, because I have a Tron deck. It's an artifact equipment. Whenever a creature deals combat damage, put 2 charge counters on Umezawa's jite. Remove a charge counter from Umezawa's jite and choose one. Either equipped creature gets +2/+2 until end of turn, or target creature gets -1/-1 until end of turn, or you gain 2 life, and it costs 2 to equip. It's quite a nice equipment. It is considered to be one of the most powerful equipments to ever be printed in the game. Unmask. Exile a black card from your hand rather than pay unmasked mana cost. Target player reveals his or her hand. You choose a non-land card from it. That player discards that card. Okay. Glissa, the Traitor. Legendary creature, zombie elf. 1 black and 2 green for 3/3 with first strike and death touch. And whenever a creature an opponent controls dies, you may return target artifact card from your graveyard to your hand. Once Mirrodin's Brightest Hope, now Phyrexia's Cruel Champion. And artwork. Hellwall. This is, I think this is the place where Avacyn was imprisoned in the Hell Vault from the Innistrad block. It's a legendary artifact. You can exile target creature you control or that you don't control, either for 1 or 7 mana. And when it's put into a graveyard, return all those cards. But until then, well, it's creature removal. Or maybe you can save your creatures before they're being Swords to Plowshared or so. Memnarch, legendary artifact creature and a wizard for 7 mana, a 4/5. And for its blue abilities, target permanent becomes an artifact in addition to its other types, and you can gain control of target artifacts, so you can slowly gain control of all your opponent's creatures. Or even, yeah, well, not only creatures, but also, well, enchantments, lands, and so on. Target permanent. That's quite cool. Tolaria West, a land, enters the battlefield tapped, and you can edit for you can tap it for blue mana, or you can transmute it, and transmute means you can search your library for another card with the same mana cost, so 0. So yeah, well, a Mox or another land, perhaps. Yeah. Last card. This is actually the card that is connected with the most nostalgia for me, because it's a legendary snowland. It's from Cold Snap, the 3rd edition to Ice Age. Alliances was the first expansion to Ice Age, and it took them quite a while, several years, to produce a Cold Snap to make the Ice Age block complete. And Ice Age had the Snowlands and Snowman, so it was the first set that introduced new basic lands, and I think the only one up until today. So you had forests and snow-covered forests and so on. It's a Snowland. Somewhere in that ice there's Merit Large hidden. That's a very powerful creature in Dominaria. Enters the battlefield with 10 ice counters. You can pay 3 mana to remove an ice counter from Dark Depth, and if it has no ice counters on it, you can sacrifice it and put this into play. This is Merit Large. It's a 20/20 flying indestructible creature. Yeah, and from what I've read, this card wasn't that popular when Cold Snap came out, and I think in the next set or so there came out Vampire Hexmage, a creature that could remove all counters from another permanent, so you could put out that 20/20 creature really fast, and that made it a very powerful card. I think this is the most valuable card in this set right now. And also this token was only printed once, I think, as a Judge promo or so it's also a bit hard to get a hold of these tokens. Besiege the Queen. It's a sorcery with hybrid mana. And you can search your library for a card with converted mana cost less than or equal to the number of lands you control, reveal it and put it into your hand, and then shuffle your library. And those who hear her go mad with inspiration. And I was actually looking for another tutor spell for my Deccan Blackblade Commander deck, which is also about putting out a lot of lands, so this might just make it into my deck. Cabal Ritual instant. You can it's a variation on the Dark Ritual, which is sadly not legal in Modern. Was the spell to do mana ramp back then. You can add 3 black mana to your mana pool, or when you have Threshold, 5 mana. Threshold means when you have 7 or more cards in your graveyard. Conflux then, a 5-color card. Sorcery, search your library for 5 cards, 1 of each color, reveal them and put them into your hand, and then shuffle your library. I think this is from the Alara block, because Alara was all about 5 colors. So quite nice. Some of those cards are gonna make it into my deck. The Jitte and the Tutor spell, the Besiege the Queen. One thing, the foiling process on these cards is quite different from normal. So this is a foil card from Eternal Masters. You can see that the foiling serves as basically some highlights, like the jewelry on her arm here, or the painting on her face. You can see that. And this foiling is different. It's actually it covers the whole area of the card, and so there are no highlights. And some people like it, some people don't like it. Yeah, I actually like it better when there's when the foiling serves as highlights on the card. But make of that what you will. Well, they're gonna sell these things anyway. So, hope you enjoyed this. If you enjoyed this, remember to like, share and subscribe. And until then, see you next time.